further discuss this now with Sian Sutherland. She's the co-founder of A Plastic Planet, a leading organization tackling the plastic crisis. Thank you for being with us on the program. The damage of this decision is surely to outweigh the benefits in the long run, isn't it?
Exactly right. I think we're having a very short-term view here. And it's interesting just hearing that piece from Indonesia, live from Indonesia just now, because what I'm not hearing in any of these conversations is the enormous opportunity in material innovation. And we need to focus not on the past, not on our addiction to this incredible but toxic and indestructible material that is overwhelming Mother Nature and overwhelming our own bodies now. We need to focus instead on what can we do about it? What is the answer? Let's stop talking about the problem. Let's look at how we're going to get out of it. We will always need new materials. We've become incredibly lazy at innovation. Why would we? We had this miracle called plastic that we could use for almost everything. The paint in the walls behind me, the clothing that we wear, obviously all the single-use items, the detritus that we see everywhere. But the plastic is in nearly every product that we use on a daily basis. Imagine if we could focus some of the time and the energy and the subsidies, let's be honest, the 80 billion USD subsidies that are given to the producers of the polymer manufacturers right now. Imagine if we could divert some of that funding into innovation, because there is enormous opportunity for Indonesia, for the UK, for Europe, for the US, everywhere, in material innovation, in system innovation. I would love us to take this opportunity to address the fact that we throw away, we discard 94% of what we touch, of what we manufacture. Imagine if we could take this opportunity to address the single-use culture that we think is normal. Using something once and putting it in a bin for it to end up on the other side of the world, destroying our natural environment, is not normal. We have normalized waste. We have normalized single-use culture, and we need to stop, and we need to change the system as well as the materials. We have an incredible opportunity to do this.
Right, and I think the lack of focusing around material innovation during negotiations, during talks, summits like the COP summit that we see happen, makes those platforms lose credibility, because we're seeing these governments pledge a whole lot, but when it comes to implementation, they lack on that end as well.
They do, and there is very little support for these innovators. But innovation is happening at speed. And one of the things that I am reassured by, having just left Geneva and witnessed the impasse between obviously the petrostate countries and the high ambition countries, having witnessed that and realizing actually we are so far from a treaty that is going to have the teeth that we need to really combat plastic pollution and the impact on human health. But actually, industry is stepping up. Industry are already recognizing that plastic, through things like pollution taxes, through EPR, extended producer responsibility, through the plastics tax, through the carbon tax, all of these financial mechanisms will soon make plastic an unaffordable material. It is already a material that if companies persist in using it, they must recognize the contingent risk to their shareholders, to their stakeholders, to their directors, because the impact on human health is now absolutely irrefutable.
All right, Sian Sutherland, thank you so much for joining us here on the NewsHour and sharing that insight with us.
Thank you.